You would think running an Amazon FBA business is all rainbows and sunshine based on the videos you see here on YouTube. Unfortunately, with any business, you're going to have some downsides and cons that you're going to want to consider before you get started. Let's be honest, the only reason most people don't talk about these negatives is because they're trying to sell you a course. Lucky for you, I have no intention of ever releasing an Amazon FBA course, so all the information I provide will be free here on YouTube. If you're new here, my name is Tom with Path to Billions. On this channel, I'm documenting my financial journey and I'm taking you along so we can succeed together. My channel currently focuses on Amazon FBA, so if you're looking to start or grow an Amazon FBA business, then you'll want to make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Before we get into the three main considerations before you start your Amazon business, I would like to mention that in this video, I'm going to give you tips and tricks to help minimize the downsides so you can operate a really successful business. Also, this video is going to be focusing on retail and online arbitrage, but I will touch on those other business models as well. The very first thing you want to consider is the capital needed to start and grow on Amazon. You have to keep in mind that this is a retail business with physical products. With a business like a YouTube channel, you can make videos for free on your phone and eventually you'll start making money. However, it is completely different with a retail and online arbitrage business because you need to buy physical products in order to sell them. I'll leave a link down in the description to a video I did recently where I broke down all the numbers from my first full year on Amazon. In that video, I revealed that I spent $55,000 on inventory in 2019. Now, a large amount of that money was money that I was reinvesting from my revenue, but it is still a large amount of money regardless. Besides physical products that you're buying to resell, there are also a small amount of upfront costs that you'll have to consider. These are things like tape, labels, boxes if you don't have them to reuse, and other supplies. I have this video showing all the supplies you'll need to get started on Amazon, and in the description, I'll also have direct links to all those products. The positive part is that retail and online arbitrage is probably the cheapest Amazon business model to get into. The most expensive one would probably be private label. The reason for this is you need to buy a large amount of product directly from a manufacturer. Then you have to take that product and you have to brand it, you have to take pictures of it, you have to buy ads to start selling it, and there's a bunch of other costs that add up. From my limited research, it looks like it'd probably cost a couple $1,000s to get started selling a private label product. Wholesale is probably the second cheapest business model to get into, and you could get started for $1,000 or less depending on the minimum order quantities from the suppliers you find. For online and retail arbitrage, you could reasonably get started for $100 or less. Keep in mind though, the more money you invest into the business, the quicker you can grow. Check out my video about using credit cards to grow on Amazon for a really good breakdown on how to properly leverage your money to optimize your growth. The second consideration is the other thing you'll have to invest a decent amount of in order to start and grow on Amazon, and that is your time. This is the downside of this type of business because you naturally have to be more hands-on with physical products than you would be with digital products. When I was running my business full-time in 2019, I was actually working way more hours than I was at my previous job that I had been let go from. I had to constantly send in a new shipment every week or I would see my sales drop off. The funny part about this is that my Amazon business is actually doing even better this year, even though I'm only working a quarter of the time I was last year. There's a number of reasons for this, but I would say the main one is that I've been switching my Amazon business over to a wholesale focused business model. Private label is probably the most hands-off business model once you do the upfront work of finding and sending in products that I was mentioning earlier. On the other hand, wholesale still requires you to send in consistent shipments in order to keep your sales consistent, but it is much easier to send your products directly to Amazon and have them prep them for you than having to prep them yourself. With retail and online arbitrage, you have to prep and pack all the items you're sending into Amazon, and I would estimate I was spending on average 3 minutes per item. With retail arbitrage, you also have to spend time physically going to all the stores in order to source products to resell. Similar to investing your money is you have the option to invest as much time as you'd like into this business. The more time you put in, the faster you can grow. Also, if you're doing arbitrage, since it is a hands-on business, you have to keep in mind that if you plan on taking a vacation or if you get sick and can't send in a shipment on a regular schedule, then your sales may suffer temporarily until your next shipment gets in. Before we move on, I would like to point out that over 80% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. And I'm on the road to 1,000, so if you want to be part of the Before 1K club, then make sure you go down there and subscribe. Now you combine the amount of time and the amount of money you need to invest to grow a large-scale Amazon business. The third thing you want to consider is scalability. This is how large you can grow your business and what it takes to do that. When it comes to scaling up an Amazon business that focuses on arbitrage, the biggest bottleneck is going to be your time. As you grow your business, you'll have plenty of money to reinvest into the business and keep growing. However, there's only so many hours in the day that you can source, prep, and ship your items. There are definitely a few ways to maximize your time and increase your dollars per hour earnings. One is to slowly increase your minimum profit and ROI threshold so you are buying more profitable products. This means if you keep selling the same amount of products and each sale is making you more money, you're going to be earning more per hour of work. The other is to simply focus more on online arbitrage versus retail arbitrage. With online arbitrage, you can use a software like Tactical Arbitrage in order to automate sourcing. I'll leave a link down in the description to a playlist I made all about the software. This comes with the added benefit of you being able to ship products directly to you instead of you having to go from store to store in order to source. Then, if you really want to scale up, you can outsource your prep work to a prep center and have them take the physical labor off your plate. Running an Amazon FBA business that is completely focused on online arbitrage, you can easily make a full-time living while working less hours than a normal job. The majority of the time you do spend on your business will be sourcing for more products to sell. If you're using a prep center, you just send your products to them, and then most of the work is handled for you either by them or Amazon themselves. You are then left with mostly admin work to keep your account running. I mentioned earlier in this video and in some of my other videos that this year I am actually switching my business over to a wholesale focused business. The main reason for this is that I could work less hours and earn the same amount of money I was earning last year. Then I have the ability to focus on scaling up my business, which is what I'm currently working on. Similar to what I was talking about with online arbitrage and sending your products directly to a prep center, you can actually do with wholesale. However, with wholesale, you could skip out on the prep center and have Amazon do that work for you. So if you're looking to start an Amazon FBA business, these are the 3 things you want to consider. If you don't have a ton of time or money and you want to start this as a side hustle, then I think retail and online arbitrage is actually perfect. You can grow slowly over time by reinvesting your profits. You'll also get the ability to learn about Amazon and what sells on their platform. Then when you want to scale up your business or go full time, you can focus on online arbitrage and use a prep center. Or you can move over to a wholesale-based business and really grow your business that way. If you want to jump straight into doing a wholesale business model, then you could check out this video about finding your first supplier. And you could see how easy it is to send a shipment directly to Amazon in this video down here. If this video was helpful to you at all, please drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more content like this. As always, thanks for watching.